Alright, so this video we are going to recap how to solve a system of equations using graphing, okay? So again, in the first video on the website, it talks about how we solve for y if we're going to graph, okay? So in this situation, we've already solved for y. Luckily, they gave it to us in the y equals format, right? So here's y equals mx plus b, and then y equals mx plus b. Remember, this is my slope, and 2x is the same thing as 2 over 1x. Just like negative 2x is the same thing as negative 2 over 1x. Because any number divided by 1 is the same number. That's why we can just put a 1 under there, okay? So let's go ahead and graph these real quick. We're starting at negative 2 for that first one, because that's our y-intercept, negative 2. Then we're going to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So from that point, we go up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. You can see that making a straight line. If it doesn't look like a straight line, there's something wrong. Okay? So here's that straight line. I'll try to do my best making it. Okay, now let's graph the second one. We're just going to start at positive 6. So positive 6, put a dot there. And then it's going to go down 2 over 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. You can find there's the intersection point. Down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. We've got it enough already. So I'm going to go ahead and just make my line. Alright. So here's our intersection point, and remember, when we're solving a system of equations, we're looking for an x and a y that if you put them into either of these equations, they're going to satisfy both of the equations, okay? So there's our x and our y that's going to satisfy both equations. It's that intersection point. So we intersect with these two graphs at positive 2x, positive 2y. 2, 2. And sure enough, if we plug these in here, we'd have 2x, which is 2 times 2, so that's 4, minus 2, so 4 minus 2 is 2, which is equal to y, so y equals 2. Alright, and then again, y equals 2, so what is negative 2 times 2? Well, that's negative 4 plus 6, that's going to be positive 2, so again, it's going to equal 2, so it has worked out. Now let's solve a little bit more of a difficult one. I'm going to slide over here and look at number 10. So number 10, we're going to have to solve for y before we can actually graph it. Number 9 was nice because it already had y by itself. We're going to have to get y by itself on this. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to start with that top equation. So I've got 4x minus y equals negative 4. I'm going to go ahead and circle my negative y. Remember, it's a negative y. I'm going to get rid of that 4x. Minus 4x to both sides. Alright, that's going to cancel. My negative y is going to come down. That's going to be equal to negative 4x minus 4. Negative 4x minus 4. Now I need to divide by negative 1. And remember, when we divide by negative 1, it just flips all those signs. Okay, so divide by negative 1. Divide by negative 1. Divide by negative 1. So we're going to have y equals positive 4x plus 4. So that's one equation. Let's go ahead, I'll circle that. Let's do this one. So we've got 2x plus 3y equals negative 2. So draw our lines for organization. Circle my positive 3y. Let's get rid of that 2x. Minus 2x. Minus 2x. Alright, those are going to cancel. My positive 3y is going to come down. That's going to be equal to negative 2x minus 2. Divide by 3 on both sides. So I should have y equals negative 2/3 x minus 2 over 3. And you might ask, Mr. Carpenter, is that okay if we leave it in a fraction? In this case, it's actually way better to leave it in a fraction, okay? It might help you to put this one in a decimal, but I'm okay with fractions. I think fractions are cleaner, okay? If that was a decimal, it would be negative 0.66666, and it's the same with this one. All right, but the good thing about having your slope as a fraction is because you know how much you're rising and running. So let's find our y-intercept. So again, I said it was negative 0.66666, so it's not quite 1. It's a little bit over 1/2, so right in there somewhere. All right? And then we're going to go down 2, right 3, down 2, right 3, down 2, right 3. So down 2, 1, 2, right 3. 1, 2, 3. Down 2, right 3. Down 2, right 3. Okay, and you can kind of see that straight line. You can also go up 2, left 3. Up 2, left 3. So there we go. Alright, and then let's graph our other one. This one's really easy. It starts at positive 4, and it goes up 4, right 1. Up 4, right 1. Up 4, right 1. Again, if you ever see a 4x or just a number by itself next to the x, just put it over a 1, because any number divided by 1 is that same number. Okay, so start at positive 4, positive 4. Now we're going up 4, right 1. So up 4, right 1. Up 4, right 1 is probably in here somewhere. Down 4, left 1. So there's our intersection point. Down 4, left 1. Okay? We don't really need much more. If we find our intersection, we're pretty much done. So here's our intersection point. It is at negative 1, 0. Okay. So hopefully that helped a little bit. Let's see what's on the other side of this. I don't think you guys actually need too much help with this. I think y'all did pretty well in this paper. Just to remind you, I'll zoom out. You can see it a little bit. But this paper is pretty straightforward. You guys did alright on it. So, anyway, the graphing, alright, that's how you do it. That's how you graph a system of equations and find its solution. The solution is where those two lines that you graphed are going to intersect. Alright? Okay, so hopefully this was helpful. Also, guys, give me feedback on these videos. Let me know if you need me to work through more problems. And in the future, I'm not even going to be working through the problems we actually did in class. I want to show you guys new problems, problems that you haven't seen. Okay? And I want to work a lot more than 2 in the future. Alright, so again, I hope this helps, and I'll see you in class.